Recently, we just tested the brand new Mazda CX-70, one of my favorite compact SUVs. Well, Mazda then came out with the larger 3-row CX-90 with that plug-in hybrid. Well, now we're here in beautiful Palm Springs to check out what could be the perfect CX, and that's the CX-70. Okay, this is the CX-70, and you're gonna say, hey, it kind of looks like the CX-90. Well, it kind of is, except it's minus 1 row of seats, which is a really good thing for a lot of people. We don't need that 3rd row for a lot. So styling wise, this has that total soul of motion design. And what I really like how they've done it is, and it's challenging to create something this size, but give it a sporty look, almost like a coupe-like look, but not compromise on the interior utility of it. Style-wise, lots of different curves, the piano black finish on the grille. This does have a different front fascia than the CX-90. Color-wise, polymetal gray. There's lots of other signature colors like that red soul metallic, which I think is one of the best in the industry, but there's a brand new color which I think looks even better than these images, better in person. It's melting copper. Available machine 21-inch wheels here. You'll notice the overhang on the front is very, very short, so it creates this real long look, and in the back it's very long for that overhang, giving it a real planted feel and look. This, by the way, is the largest 2-row SUV in their entire lineup. In the rear, we get those nice wraparound LED tail lamps, rear wiper, and a different rear fascia here. There is a tow hitch under there as well. We do have a hands-free power liftgate. Now this is where it gets really different. Since the CX-70 is minus 1 row of seats, you actually get more room. Now the cargo area looks the same on top, which it is, but it's when you lift up. First of all, you do have a spare tire on this vehicle, which a lot of people will really enjoy right there, as well as a subwoofer for your stereo. And if you lift up the floor once again, where that 3rd row would normally be sitting, you have an additional storage area, and it's nice because it's covered and you can basically put things there out of sight, out of mind. A little bit better for security. On the sides, we do have a 150 watt AC plug here. Go for the plug-in hybrid, you get a 1500 watt inverter as well. You get a 12 volt outlet, and if you do need maximum room, you do have 2 buttons to fold that 2nd row down. Headroom might be a little bit limited in the hatch, but look how much cargo room and depth there is just behind the 2nd row. It'll fit all of your outdoor activities, all your gear that you need for your hike or whatever you want. The CX-70 really is the perfect companion for all your outdoor adventures, whether you're doing a hike to get the best view of the Coachella Valley, or in our case, taking a rotating tram up to the top here, over 8,000 feet. You have restaurants, bars, it's absolutely spectacular. Highly recommended. The inside of the CX-70 really is the place you want to spend some time. You have all these premium materials here. This is the premium Nappa leather. The base comes with a leatherette, then you get a Nappa and you get a premium Nappa. That's what we have here, but it's not only that. They're heated, they're ventilated. There's more though. It's the textures that they've used, the different materials. So we have suede, or kind of like an Alcantara in this tan color. You have kind of this titanium looking trim on here and a wood trim matched to this tan interior. It's absolutely spectacular. Large panel roof. We have dual 12.3-inch screens, one for the driver's display and one for the infotainment, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. As mentioned in other Mazda videos, this is a touchscreen for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto only. If you're using the regular system, the native system, you will use their control knob on the bottom here. Another thing that I like, a really comprehensive 360 camera available, and It's really easy just to switch views. I love how you can switch over to your side views for your wheels. That kind of eliminates any risk of any type of road rash for sure. If you're entertaining people in the second row, guess what? They don't miss out either. You get heated seats. You get that nice premium leather Nappa. You have your own climate control. The seats do recline and they slide, and there's plenty of headroom to wherever you want to go. So what's nice about this vehicle, if you don't need that third row, you don't have kids or any small kids, no problem. This is what a lot of people will gravitate toward. You want the premium experience, but you want a good size for all your gear, especially golf clubs. A lot of golfers out there, including myself, throw those golf clubs in there and all your gear and all the people in front of that. And speaking of golf, when you're in Palm Springs, hey, gotta head out to Indian Wells Golf Resort. And there's more to that place than just golf. Outstanding food and even outdoor cooking classes. Like the CX-90, there are 3 power plants for the CX-70. First one tested is their 2.5-liter 4-cylinder plug-in hybrid. So that's matched to a 100-watt motor, 17.8 kilowatt-hour battery, which will give you up to 232 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. EV range is 42 kilometers, or for our US friends, 26 miles of just EV range, and that's matched to an 8-speed automatic transmission. There is no continuously variable transmission on any of these CX-70s at all. Towing is rated at 3,500 pounds, and to charge, you get 7.2 kilowatts of charging, so with a level 2 charger, 2 hours and 20 minutes from 0 to 100%. And the real nice thing about the PHEV, especially in the Palm Desert here, because it is hot, is that since it has that electric system and that battery, you can precondition your CX-70 before you even get in it. The next two are the Inline-6 Turbo engine. Now you have a standard one and you have a higher output one. The standard one will get you 280 horsepower from that 3.3-liter turbo and 332 pound-feet of torque. And that's with any type of fuel. It does use a mild 48-volt hybrid system, but the higher output brings that 3.3 turbo up to 340 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, but that is using high-test fuel. 91 octane for that. If you're thrifty, like kind of me, you can actually use 87 octane regular fuel, but that will bring your horsepower down to about 319, a little bit less for that. Also matched to that is an 8-speed automatic transmission. We've mentioned the CX-70 is a great companion for adventure seekers out there, whether you're a hiker, skier, and one big feature is that all CX-70s come standard with all-wheel drive. So it doesn't matter what time of year you're in, this is going to get you where you need to go. If you need to tow anything, this will tow 5,000 pounds opposed to 3,500 on the plug-in hybrid version. And this Inline-6, since it's longitudinal, it really increases the safety, has excellent crash testing on this system for sure, because you have this big, huge, long hood and that big, long engine. So we've been driving around for the last couple of days in Palm Springs in the Palm Desert, and it's a beautiful place. It can be kind of harsh though. We've had get these sandstorms, and it's hot out here. Air conditioning is working very well. Ventilated seats keeping us cool. I almost wish that this had some sort of a cooled steering wheel, because it actually gets quite warm when it's sitting right under the sun here. It's just beating down on us right now. But the nice thing also about the CX-70 is the ride comfort. Not only are these seats comfortable to touch, they're comfortable to sit in, a lot more comfortable than the CX-50 seats that we actually criticized on the last review there. And it's very quiet in here. We have the fan on fairly high because it's hot, but the noise insulation that they use on the glass, it's a nice premium ride for sure. Okay, story time, everyone. What's it gonna cost you to get into a new CX-70? Well, the GSL with that turbo inline-6 with a mild hybrid system will run you under $50,000. If you want to get into that plug-in hybrid, give you a little bit of a taste of the EV experience, that's going to start at $58,000. And if you go to the top of the line, which is that 3.3 liter high output turbo and all the bells and whistles in the signature, that's going to run you just over $62,000. These are Canadian dollars, by the way. And if you're wondering why is the starting price of the CX-70 actually more than the CX-90, and then the CX-90 actually gives you that extra third row? It's because the CX-70 starts at a higher grade level. You get more equipment. If you look across the board and compare them exactly the same, the CX-70 is $1,000 less than the CX-90, and I think it's a really good option if you don't need that third row, but you still want that space because you have lots of goods to get in there, your bicycles, your golf clubs, your hiking gear, whatever you have. This is gonna do it. It's gonna do it in style and a lot of comfort. So that's it from Palm Springs with the brand new CX-70. Hope you enjoyed the video. Ciao.